Okay. So, let's see. What puzzle did you and I do? We did standing on the mounting block attempt to do something, right? Okay. And she had a little bit of a tough time focusing. Okay. So, did we teach him sideways away from us? Okay. So, okay. So let's go ahead and we're going to teach him sideways. Now, what do you think he needs to know how to do in order to move sideways for us? What instructions would you have to be able to offer him? So, how many parts of his body would that involve? All 4 feet, right? But we have to be able to get his front feet to understand, I want you to go this way, and then we have to get his back feet to follow his front feet. So, as you teach it in an individual level, you have to teach the front feet to do something, and then you have to teach the hind feet to do something, and then we're going to combine it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we've sent him out on a circle so he understands pointing over his shoulder, right? If we were to ask him to go that way, we know to point over his shoulder instead of that way. Okay, so we're going to just stand him in front of us and we're going to ask him to cross his front feet. Now this is why I use kisses to mean go, because we're not going to ask him to go anywhere. So this is the time we're not going to use a kiss, and that's why I use kisses, is so they never have to guess. Right? This time we're going to just say, I want you to do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to stand him here, and you're going to point over his shoulder, say to the skid steer or to one of the far stalls, and you're going to ask his front feet to cross towards me. I almost pulled to you. So it's no different than when we sent him out on the circle. The only difference is you're not going to kiss. And we're going to have him understand the difference means we're not supposed to go anywhere. Which might be a challenge, being that he's very busy with his feet right now. So what else can you do to get him to stop being busy with his feet? Remember what we've done in the past to get him to stop being so busy with his feet? Back him up. Once you start backing him up, you can back him up right from beside him. Yep. Good, good, good. Now, send him towards that back door. Yep, yep. And then put your energy on his shoulder that you're trying to push. Yep, the shoulder that you want to push. If he gets in your space, instead of you backing out of his space, you back him out of yours. There you go. Good. Now, point to the door. Ask him to go over to that door. Yeah, he's just distracted, so our goal right now is to get his attention. Good. Yep. Okay, so actually, I'm sort of misleading you. So that's still going to require you to point over his shoulder. Okay, so if you do point that way, what's happening is you're actually pulling him to you. If you watch where the line's going from his nose to the connection in your hand. So you're going to want to point over his shoulder. So point to like that halter hanging. Yeah, well, either one. Either one works. You could do it to that one too. Yep, and now put your energy on his shoulder. The one you want to push. Bump his nose. Try to get his nose to follow where you're pointing. Yep. As soon as his nose follows where you're pointing, you're going to put a little extra energy on that shoulder. We're going to be able to actually get our step now if you don't want to kiss. Oh, good. That was nice because he was prepared for you to tell him to stop, right? Good. Yep. He's going to get raw. I could hear. Okay, so now back and back up, back and back up, back and back up. The only time I want you to change position is if you backed him up and he's now facing that way, or you backed him up and he's now facing that way. But don't let him change your position. Okay, so don't let him come into your space and cause you to move away. You manage his forward movements. Get him out of your space completely. Like he's already one step and he's on top of you. More. Good. Now don't follow him though, because we want him out of your space. Okay. Now go ahead and now you will point to that back door. And yep, and now point your energy on his shoulder. Nope, stop him from going forward though, because this is what we have to explain to him. You can't go forward, you can't go back. What else can you do? Good boy, he's going sideways, but it's not what we want. Yep. So let's try to make the back. I'm just going to show you one thing real quick. So right now, actually, I'm going to do it with you. You hold that tight. So right now, we're just kind of nagging him, right? But if I said back, right, that might be a little bit more effective. So instead of nagging him, we're going to say, hey, I'm giving you the best deal. I suggest back up. Okay, so this way we're not just nagging at him. We're not just kind of creating a lot of noise for no reason, because that's why he's starting to ignore you. You're like the TV in the background, right? So we're going to just point over his shoulder, and then we're going to put energy on that shoulder. That's all we're looking for. Okay, that's all. We're going to eventually want him to cross his feet. Can't go forward. Good boy. Good boy. I'm not going to make him wrong because that's what we're hoping to teach him today. Okay? So I was only talking to the shoulder, but he offered that, so I'm not going to make him wrong for it. Good job. Is this sensitive to him? I don't want to pet him on that if you think it's... Okay. Okay. Good boy. Okay. So, see how he was completely out of my space? Like, that's what I want. I don't want you to try to start anything with him already going, so what kind of shampoo do you use, right? We want him already out of your space before you start asking him to do anything. Good? Good. Good. Now see that he just licked and chewed. Now that just told you, you might mean business, right? So that meant something to him. When he's just like, whatever, lady, whatever, yeah, you're shaking my head a lot. You know, he doesn't care about you. You want to be effective. Now he cares. Go ahead and see if you can ask him to move up. Good. Now, you're going to point over his shoulder. Always think about putting over his shoulder as opposed to in the direction you want to go. Yep. And then you're going to put energy on that opposite shoulder. Yep. Take the energy now into a fan. So you're going to start fanning the rope. So you're going to, yep. Try to encourage him to put his nose in my direction. Yep. Oh, you're going to get it. Good. Yep. Good. Now, because you paused is the only reason why he paused. Good. Now stop. Good. Now we're going to just let him know he did a good job. Good. That's okay. You'll get it. It's all motor skills. You know, you didn't do good at riding your bike the first time you tried either. Good. Okay. Yep. See, he thought he was supposed to follow me. Do you know why he thought he was supposed to follow me? What caused him to think he's supposed to follow me? What did I do? Well, not that too, but what else did I do? I walked backwards. Backwards is a draw. Imagine that's a magnet between him and I. Anytime you walk backwards, if your horse follows you, he's doing what you've asked him to do. A lot of people don't know a lot of that simple stuff. So, you know, like if I come up to him right now and if I were to back away from him, he's likely to want to come with me. Okay? And that's in any horse, with any horse. That's just like their nature. Okay? So just remember that. Anytime before you start thinking about maybe punishing the horse for following you because you backed away from him, just remember that they're doing what you asked them to do. Good. Now see how you're being a little bit more effective and he's licking and chewing again as a result. Okay, go ahead and, especially with his nose this way, go ahead and tell him, yep, now that was nice. Did you see him rethink the forward step? Oh, but that case you accidentally pulled him because you see. Good. It's okay. He's trying to come to me. He's probably going to back up too because he's like, you could scratch my butt if you don't mind. Okay, so now you're going to point to me. This is the good. It's good for him, but go ahead because we don't want to discourage if he even accidentally gets it, because if he accidentally gets it, that's awesome, because then it's going to be something we can work with, because now he can go, oh yeah, I know my body can do that. Okay, so I'm going to stand where I want you to point for his nose. This is where you always want to point for their nose. Okay, and now put support on the shoulder. Yep. And do not kiss. Good. And I'm glad you did that. Good. Now stop. Now, when I say stop, okay, what I'm going to have you just do is just So always imagine, I came up with this the other day and I thought this was pretty cool. Imagine that your mom just said you cannot stay up the extra hour. What would your body do? Right? Right? So that's what I want you to do. Anytime I say stop, I want your body to just be like, because that's going to take all that energy out of your body. You know, that that defeat, right? You feel defeated. And by doing that, you take all the energy out of your body. And by doing that, you release him from trying to guess if there's something more. I'm not going to do this all day, though. He's like, are you sure? Okay. We're not going to go the other direction just yet. So you can either move him or try to get one more step. But if you think he's going to be getting too close towards your mom, we're going to want to make sure that we don't accidentally walk him over to your mom. Now, you walked a step after you asked him to back up. I want you to keep thinking your dance space, his dance space. He should always have like the length of your dog between your nose and him, between his nose and you.
Back. I get it in my I want to back up.
Okay, then, since you understand, instead of putting him in that situation, because it's a trust issue between you and him, he doesn't trust you enough to say, do you know that's back there? So instead of putting him in that position where you might worry him, just move him over here so his tail's over here where it's open space. That's all, it's just the nice thing you could do. But make it your idea. There you go. Don't let him just find his way and then you just go with it. Just make it your idea. Good. Good. Now back. Back him away from you. Oh. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, it's good. 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 Now, see, you meant it. Now it was effective, right? Good. He's going to shake it off a little bit because it probably even surprised him. Good. There. Good. He might even shake that one off again, too. Yep. Good. Now, he did it on his own, but you could have said, I don't even want that foot forward. And you can do it. Okay, fix that. This is how you can help teach your horse patience as well, because you can say, hey, you need to just stand where I put you. Now, how can you get him straight again, do you think? To get him his tail pointed that way again. He's got a lot of lean forward coming. Good. Well, he's going to do it on his own. It's okay.
Okay. Back. Back. Back.
Okay. So now tell his front end to go that way. Yep. So you're going to ask his nose. You can point over his shoulder. Now, see, you kind of accidentally pulled him to you. So the forward movement was natural. So you're going to want to point to that halter. You're always going to want to point like a V. Yeah, bump. And you're going to do it more like a bump. Like you're kind of going to give him a bump in that direction. And then as soon as he gives you any attention, you're going to go ahead and say, I need you to look over there. Like now. Yep. 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 And now wiggle so he doesn't go forward. Okay, so now that's communication you have to give him. You have to say, but don't go forward. So that's the extra wiggle is to say, but don't go forward. There you go. Yep. But don't go forward. Yep. Yep. Back. Okay. So from in front of him, go ahead and get in front of him. Yep. Now, point to the skid steer. Up. Good. So how can you move his tail? Yep, you're right. You got it. Just a matter of executing it. But you thought it. So anytime he twists his tail, you're going to go ahead and redirect his tail. Say, no, I didn't tell you to move your tail. Not yet. Sure can. It's okay. You're not being graded. Okay, yep, that meant go. So you said go. You just didn't go where you said to go because you didn't have him with that idea yet, right? So you said go before you had the direction. So he said, well, I heard go, so I was just supposed to go. Okay, so you got to make sure that all our communications actually make sense. So first you got to get his nose pointed this way. If his nose is pointed towards me and then you kiss, he should follow his nose. So if you point at like the opening of that stall and then get his nose to come towards me, yep. Yeah. It's okay, because he's trying to say, I don't know what you want, but I know you like it if I do this. He's just coming over to you because he's trying to tell you he doesn't know what you want, but he knows you like it if you do this other thing. If I, he's saying, I don't know what you want, but I like it. I know you like it if I go like this. Okay? So that's the only reason he's doing it. It's kind of his way of saying, I don't want to be bad. I just don't know what you're saying. So let's just say, okay, Heather, can I borrow you for a second? Because I'm going to, actually, hold him. I'm going to borrow you for a second, and then you're going to hand him to your mom, and then I'm going to get another rope because I want to do a simulation with you so I can help you without trying to manage the horse. No, but it's okay. No, it's okay. Well, you needed the exercise, right? No. No, you're fine. No, I'm going to have you hold him so I can just help her so she's not trying to stay safe and learn something for just a split second. And he's determined he's going to roll. He's like, I'm going to roll in this stuff. I am. My time is coming. Okay, so you grab him, and I'm going to work with you for a second. Okay, so now I'm him. Okay? So now let's just say you told me to come over here, and then out of my, I don't know, you haven't said anything yet, so I'm just going to, whatever, and I get going like this. What is your way of stopping that? What can you do now to get my tail to go back over there? Right? And then what would your body look like? Because your body language, what you say with your body is the cue. Yeah. Like you've got water in this ear. So you're going to look at my tail or my hip and tell my hip to go away. And you're going to try to, so like if I'm over here and then I start getting in motion, that's when you want to jump in and say, but don't do that. You want to always say, but don't, instead of, I can't believe you did it, right? So this way you can always help them be right. Because if you always wait till they make the mistake, you're just a jerk. But if you say, that's not what I said, then they go, okay, then what did you say? Okay, so now I'm going to, right. Now, but what I would do is I would actually step in there. I'd let my body come alive. Yep, I'd step in there and be like, hey, don't do that. And then if he goes, okay, then you go quiet. Right. So that way you said, see, you listened. Good. Now, this is what I would like you to do. So then you come alive again to say, now I'd like you to do this. So like if you're the horse and I want you to go, I'm going to point over here, right? And I'm going to have my extra here. And then if I didn't kiss, I didn't want you to leave. I just wanted you to move your front feet, right? And same with this direction. I'd point and then I'd support the shoulder. But I would wait until your nose. So sometimes you have to get their nose to turn first and then say, now follow your nose. Because if you just put support on the shoulder and their heads pointed in the wrong direction, any extra pressure you give them, they're more apt to follow their nose. Okay, so I want you to tell me, I'm your horse, I want you to tell me to move my shoulder I want you to tell me to do this. Okay? So I'm going to go that way. Wait. Right? Well, see, now you became a whole, okay? So we want to make sure that you're proactive here. You're going to go, oh, no, don't do that. Right? Okay, ready?
No.
Okay. That's right. A little bit less with a smile. Don't worry. I have a lot of fun doing these. I did a whole lesson with one lady and we just giggled the whole time. Okay. No.
It's too early for this.
Okay. So okay. I want to do that again. Now, look like you want me to go that way. Okay. Yeah, you want my nose to go that direction first. You want me to give you this eye better than both. Okay? So you always want to try to get just a single eye to focus. You know that they're focused in this direction with the other eye. And then support the shoulder. So don't look in my eye. Look at the part you want to move. So you want the shoulder to move. Once the nose... Now, I'm going to advance you for a second, only because we're going to give you back the horse. But, so now I'm facing this way. I've done what you want me to do with my front feet. Now we're going to advance it to, let's add the back feet. How would you add the back feet now? From where you are. Yes. So that's the beginning of the sideways. Okay? You want to get the front feet to do something, then their back feet to do something. And eventually, so it's going to be, I'm going to look at your front, I'm going to look at your shoulder, I'm going to look at your hip, I'm going to look at your shoulder, I'm going to look at your hip. And then eventually it's going to be like, well, what's in between those? The ribs. Now you can start, once they understand what you want, you can start focusing on their ribs, and they'll move their ribs over, because that's the piece that you need moving over, because you want the whole horse to move. Okay, you think you can handle them back, or you want me to be a naughty pony again? Okay. Okay. Why? I know I was going to say, why, thank you. Yeah, I love Teddy and Logan's butts. They've got those big, square butts. Big draft horse butts. Okay, so let's get them kind of more in here. There you go. And let's see if what you just had a chance to figure out without dealing with the horse. Yes, he does. Not yet. I don't mind if he wants to do it at the end. Like Ritz's reward when he's done a good job for me is I let him roll, but only at the end. And boy, he knows. He's just like, I'm going to roll now. He waits for you to take the tack off. I've let him roll in the middle of like a jumping lesson because we were sharing the arena. I rented a barn on like the same property, so it was like my arena too, sort of. And I'm like, this is what I do with my horse. What's that? Okay, so give him something to do. Yep. So how can you get his attention to his nose? How can you fix his tail? Yep. Ah, look at that. Yeah, you're gonna pat your head and rub your stomach a lot, but you'll get used to it. So he was patient. He kind of said, well, then what? And then you have no answer. We're just going to do his front feet first. I was just showing you what the next step will be once we get the first step. There you go. Good. Now pause. You got it. Good. Now back him up. Because I still want him out of your space. I still don't want him that close to you. Because if he is to get worried, he doesn't have enough respect for you to not run you over. Yep, so I would have backed him out of my space instead of me do all the moving. So get his nose pointed towards those stalls, and then the other stalls. Yeah, I guess I call these stalls right now, but... So, yep, and then now kiss to tell him to go, because now you do want him to go. Why, do you think? Because your arm's out to your side instead of pointing to the stalls. Okay, so you had your arm like this, that's why he came to you. It's amazing how little we have to say to them but how much everything else means. So give him a flick in the chest. Say, hey, I'm telling you to back up. Aren't you listening to me? Do I need to make this a little bit louder for you? There you go. Yeah, don't let him defeat you. Yep, and don't quit until he actually backs up, because otherwise you're telling him it really doesn't mean anything. There you go. Good, and stop. Good. Now, go ahead and point into that open stall. Yep, bump his nose. Yep, stop him from going forward. So I'm just going to help him just so he knows it's a concentrated thing, just for a second. I know. So, that's his way of saying, please help me. It's okay. You're okay. Come on. Because when he's worried. Yeah, or worried. In this case, he's worried. Back. So I'm going to point to that halter there. And then I'm going to say, hey, you need to pay attention to me. Hey, pay attention. Yes. So I'm going to put my focus on his shoulder, even if he's going to go to the bathroom. Hey, no one said go. Listen to me. Hey, listen to me. Yep. Nope. Listen. Hey, listen. Just, I'm not asking you to listen outside. Hey. Nope, don't come forward. Don't come forward. Good. Listen. Hey. Yes, there you go. Listen. There you go, now. Good, yep, good. And again, good. And again, good. And again. Hey, still talking to you. No, don't go forward. Yep. Now just your shoulder. Good. Okay. Stay there. Okay. So I want you this far away from him at all times. Okay? And be effective. If you say back and this is what you want to be able to do. Okay, it didn't work. Hey, I said back up. Didn't you hear me? So it should be this easy. It should be this quiet. If it's not, say, hey, didn't you hear me? See how fast he can back up? He doesn't have to play the games he's playing. So I'm going to tell his shoulder to move. Don't go forward. Nope, don't go forward. Good. Just your shoulder. Hey, listen to me. Just your shoulder. Yep. No. So when he tips his nose the wrong way, I don't have a chance of really getting it. There you go. Yep. It's okay. Oh, feel better? Not yet. There you go. Yep. Good. Now see how quickly I took my hand down? Because that was my way of saying only one step. If I kept my hand up, I'd expect him to keep making steps. Yeah, you're right. Yes, you are. Okay. But right here is your dance space. Okay? I don't want to see you any closer to him. This way. Back up. Back. This way. So I'm trying to show him that when I'm not active, he's good. But I came active over there and I came active over here, him straight in front of me, I'm not active. So now he found comfort in that. You got to give him a place of comfort. So if you're always active, he doesn't know where the right answer is. Okay. Good boy. So we're still going to work on the shoulder. You could point at the pile of poop if you want. Until his nose tips that way, you're kind of not in good luck. Yep. And see how much less... No, don't pull on him. Yep, there. And just don't kiss, because we want him to just move his shoulder. Put all your focus. Your head's tilted the wrong way. No, head's tilted the wrong way. Yeah, there you go. Yep. It can either be straight or in the direction you want to move away from. Stop him from going forward. Oh, good, good. Now, yep, wait. Good, good, good. And now, yeah. It's okay. Back him up, back him up. So it's still part of the game. He has to at least stay out of your space. Good, and good. Okay, so now just bring him back over here so we can give him the room to do what we need him to do. Good. So, go ahead and, yep. There you go. Good. In fact, yep. Good. Now, tell me why you proceeded to still tell him to back up even though you were ready to just kind of say, yeah, that's good enough. Okay. Or because you asked him to, and if you just quit before he actually did it. Anytime you use a word, the definition has to always be fulfilled. Good. Yep. Yep. Ooh, he's probably going to do it. He's a little focused on the geese, but that's okay. Good. Yep. So anytime you need to bump their nose, you can do a gentle tug. Yep. You can do a gentle tug, but just make sure you don't pull them forward. So the tug's going to be kind of as in front of you as you can. There you go. Yep. Good. And stop. Stop. Wiggle, 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 so he doesn't stop moving. So that's the other thing is you have to just stop the forward motion. So go ahead and back him up. Because he has to believe that it doesn't have anything to do with going forward. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is to tell him. Good. Okay. Point at the... Yep. 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 Good. Good. And pause. Good. Now, take advantage of that. Point. Oh, it's okay, but no forward. So you got to just make sure that he understands, but no forward. We're going to give it a purpose in a second so that way we can help him kind of get an idea why we're doing this, because he's just kind of seeing this right now as I don't get it. Good. Oh, we're going to go the other way. For right now, we want to keep going the same direction. It's harder for them to change pages. Different eye, different horse. So we're going to keep going to the right. I bought myself a watch so I can... It's just a cheesy old watch, but instead of setting those alarms, now I'm like, okay, I can know what time it is. Yep, there. Just make sure he doesn't go forward, so make sure you don't accidentally pull him forward. So slack in the line would help him. There you go. Yep, yep, fix it, fix it, fix it. Be effective in fixing it. There you go. There you go. Good, and whoop, whoop, stop the forward, stop the forward. Good. Now, point at that closed stall door. Yep. Yep. Get his nose pointed in the other direction, so just little bumps. Yep, there you go. That's right. Yep. Still not pointed that way though. Up, don't pull back. Don't pull behind you. Pull. Yep, there you go. Yep. As soon as he tips his nose, crossed his chest, even the slightest bit. Yep, you got a little piece of that. So once his nose crosses the center of his chest, there you go. He's yep. That's all you need. There you go. Here you go. Good. Now go relax. Stop him from moving forward. Okay, you have it. Now all you have to do is manage the forward. Okay, so you're going to tell him to cross, and then you're going to politely say, but don't go forward. Instead of, because right now all our backup has been very corrective, right? It's like just manage the horse's feet. Now we want to just say, yes, you're right, but don't go forward. So you're going to be polite about it. So it's going to be like, oh yeah, but don't go forward. It's going to be very quiet. Okay, see if you can get that. You've got it now. You've got the step you want. How would you fix that? How would you fix that? How would you fix that? But stop the forward. Till he gets one step back. Don't quit him. Don't quit him, because otherwise you just made noise. Good. Now stop. Now you can stop. Good. Okay, go ahead. Oh, stop the forward. That's all we got to do is we got to convince him it has nothing to do with going forward. Now, you're in good position now. He should be able to do it, and then just politely say, but don't go forward. See if you can get it. You're going to get it. Yep. 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 And stop. don't go forward. Good. Yep. Pause. Good. Okay. Yep. Back him up a step and ask for it again. So now this time you're going to make that backup step more like a request than a correction. So he can learn the difference. One's being like, I got to get your head back in the game. And the other one is, and this is what I'm asking you to do. Yep. Yep. Bump his nose a little bit towards you to get his tail to go away. There you go. Yep. Good. Good. One more. Because for him to cross over well, he should have that other foot behind. There you go. Now, yes, you got it. You got it. Take advantage of the window. Yep. Good. Yep. Good. Now that was polite, but don't go forward. See, that's the kind of energy you need. You need that kind of feel for what you're asking him to do. Yes, but don't go forward. Yes. Good. So he did come forward only because he was kind of in that position. So now I'm going to ask you to back out of the way. But remember, as you back up, he's going to think to come with you. So you're just going to gently say, but you don't come forward. Yep. Back. Good. Up. And the only reason he second guessed you is because he's got a history of not really believing that you mean it. But you'll be able to change that. Good. Okay. Yep, back that one step up. Good. Now, you got it. You got it if you want it. Get his nose back. You got it if you want it. Don't kiss, though. I know it's tempting to kiss. And there. Good job. Fix that. Fix his tail. Say, no, I didn't tell you to do anything with your tail. Bump him so he stops his front feet. Good. And pause. Good. Okay. Point at the halter till his nose crosses the center. Yep. Now you got it. Good. And nice. There you go. Good job. How'd that feel? Right? You believe you told him that, didn't you? Okay. Let's tell him that again. A little forward. And he's way in your space now. Good. Now he even kind of believes that. Good. Now you got it. And don't go forward. Good. Now he's ready to tell you I can do the other part too if you want. But I want to get you this one more front step. I want it to feel as clean as that last one was, that first one was, because that was clean. You said do it, he said okay, and you said thank you. So I want to see that done just as clean as that last one, the first one. Yep. You got to get his nose. It has to cross the center of his chest in order for you to effectively get him to move his shoulder. Yep, you got it. Be ready to tell. He's very over his knees, so he's going to come forward. So just be ready to tell him, but don't go forward. Put the support on the shoulder. There you go. But don't go forward. Yep. There you go. Good. Yep. Good. Okay, now try to get back in front of him or back him away from you, whichever you want to do. But make it a request instead of a correction this time. Now it's a correction. Because now it's the wrong answer. So the wrong answer has to be uncomfortable. Request shouldn't be uncomfortable, but the wrong answer should be uncomfortable. Good. And stop. Good. It's all the same. Mom said you can't stay up the extra hour. Good. There you go. Now ask. Get his nose slightly pointed. There you go. Nope. Stop forward. Oh, nope. Good. Now, go ahead and point. Oh, you got his attention. Good. Nope, don't pull on him anymore. Just support the shoulder. That's my door alarm, my camera at the house. So you're going to want to now try to fan it a little bit and get his nose. Anytime his nose goes the wrong way, you lose it. So imagine that window opened only while his nose was pointed the other way. And once his nose points the wrong way, your window closed. You got to get the window open again. Tip your head. Yep. Good. There you go. Good. Yep. Yep, you got it. You can give a tiny bump just to say, hey, are you listening to me? There you go. Back, 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 but don't go forward. Kind of, that's what you want to just, you want to be polite about it, but don't go forward. Good. And so when he went forward that time, just imagine that he's just making an honest mistake. Okay? So you just want to be like, hey, but don't go forward. That's not what I said. So you want to always be kind of like, but that's not what I said. So that way he starts to really check in. Well, then what did you say? Okay, go ahead. Good. Good. And now have something to do. Yes. Yes. Because sometimes it only takes a split second before they stop paying attention again. Yep. Yep. Get his nose again. So now it's corrective. Yep. Good. Good. Once he's backing up, you go quiet again. And then be ready to tell him to do what you do want him to do. Yes. You're going to get it back. There you go. Good. Try one more while you're kind of in that page. There you go. Just don't make it corrective now because it's an honest mistake. There you go. Yep, and now have something to do. Once he's listening, make sure that you're ready to tell him what to do. Because they only open that window for a split second before they just start guessing. You ever take a dog cookie out of the package and then your dogs do every trick they know? That's what happens. You only have that window before they actually just start guessing. There you go. Now, tell him what to do. There you go. There you go. And gently say, but don't go forward. See, now he was prepared to listen, but you didn't follow up. Good. Did you see the huge hesitation he made? That was him prepared to say, oh, wait, you don't want me to? But then you didn't follow up and said, yeah, you're right. Okay, so you got to make sure that when you tell him to do something, that you mean it, but don't be rude. Like when it's corrective, you can be as loud as necessary. But when you're asking or saying, but don't do that, when it's an honest mistake, then you want to be as polite as possible. Okay, I know there's a lot of variations, but it makes sense to the horse. Okay, get more in front of him, because if you try to do it from out there, then it's really not going to make sense. It's from a totally different angle. Good. Yes. Okay. Okay, just try to stop the movement. And stop. Pause. Good. We're just going to give it to him because he tried real hard, even though he was doing a lot of other stuff. Go ahead and ask him to take that step towards me. Yep, you're just going to keep... Is that the direction we've been going, right? Yeah, to the right. So go ahead and ask him to come one step towards me. And I want him to actually try to come towards me. So try to give him a backward enough feel that he's going to like rock back and bring his shoulder to me. He's got to be able to rock back.
So am I still doing it?
Yeah, everything's the same. It's just you're going to keep making sure he feels that he's supposed to go backwards instead of forward. There. Good. Pause. Well, hello there. Okay. So, remember how it felt that one time that I saw you ask, I saw him do it, and I saw you tell him that's all you wanted. Because you want him to know that that's all you want, right? And if there's constant activity, he's never going to be able to get it. Okay. And you're back in each other's space again. So get him out of your space. Just gently ask him. So now it's a request, right? He's not doing anything wrong. You're just going to request he gets out of your space. Yep. Yep. Now give him a little flick in the chest and say, hey, but I'm talking to you. Good. Good. See how light you can do it when it's a request? So we want him to know there is a difference. Like there is a request or there is a correction. Go ahead and, say, but I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Go ahead and give him a flick in the chest. Anytime you need to say, but I'm talking to you, you're going to take it up louder. So it's okay. Yep. Back him up a little bit more. He's determined he's going to keep bringing me his tail. I'm not leaving. And relax. But don't go forward. So I know that's a little bit of a tricky, what do I do with my energy? You want to relax and try to get him to respond to your relax, but if he's going to go forward, you got to fix that too. Okay, try again. There you go. Good correction. See, now that was good timing. You didn't let him make the full mistake. Good. Make sure you don't accidentally pull him. If there's tension in the line, you're pulling him. There you go. Now, Stop the forward. There. Good. There. Now do that again. Sometimes it helps the horse if he finally gets it right to do it right away again so that they can be a superstar. Till you got his nose, you got nothing. Up, up, up. Stop the forward. Stop the forward. So unfortunately, he got to make that mistake. Good, good. And go ahead and ask him again. Be ready to, yep, and relax. Don't quit on him. Don't quit on him because he just got away with all of that extra. I don't want to do what I want to do, what I want to do. Good. Okay, good. Now ask. Yep. 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 Yep, good. Stop. It's okay. Just quit there for a second. Try again. Yep. He's getting it now, so that's what I want you to do. Yep. 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 And yep. But don't go forward. Don't go forward. There you go. It's okay. Get him out of your space. Get him out of your space. Back. Back. What's that?